Hi, welcome to Two Lacquered Ladies, the podcast about nail polish and nail art by the ladies who stream it. I'm Stephanie, aka Fanatic here on every social media platform that matters. I'm an unprofessional nail artist, and I like to make fan art on my nails.
Howdy, my name is Danny, and you can find me as Danny Shout online. I'm a science educator by day and a nail art hobbyist by night. On stream, I like to create scenes with themes on my nails.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello, how are you doing, Stephanie?
I am doing pretty fantastic. I had some great streams recently. Watched some good movies. Went to my first Disney wedding ever.
Yes. Oh, it sounded magical.
It was legit magical. I have not been to a Disney wedding, although I worked there for 10 years, just about. But this was one of my former coworkers was getting married, and she got married on the property, and it was beautiful. She was brought in not on Cinderella's carriage, but on a fire truck. From Main
so
Street,
cool.
Which was part of the area that we worked on. One of the rides that we could work if we so chose was the Main Street vehicles, and that was amazing. And as my husband put it, it was not a Christian wedding, it was not a Jewish wedding, it was a Disney wedding.
Tear to my eye, so beautiful.
It actually did. The whole ceremony was just revolved around relating their life to the building of Disney and the layout of Disneyland Park. And I was giggling. Me and a fellow former skipper, Jungle Cruise skipper buddy, were sitting together giggling, but also tearing up because it was it was more moving to me. You can take the girl out of Disney, but you can't take the Disney out of the girl.
Honestly, it's true. And you know, it's funny. I've only been to Disney World once in my life. It was for a high school band trip. And so I wouldn't consider myself a Disney dolt by any means. And yet, when I see YouTube videos of like Disney weddings or that neighborhood in Florida that's got like all the Disney themed houses and stuff, yeah, I want to go there. I want to live there. I want a Jiminy Cricket themed house for no reason. Like, it sounds fantastic. It just looks so good.
All I can think of, and I know you're familiar with this, you gotta be, because I know you love Curtis Connor, is whenever he talks about classy Disney, and he uses that clip of, like, zooming in on Woody on the ceiling of one of those houses, it says, classy Disney.
Classy Disney, yes!
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing if I could actually find the, like, the clip of that to throw in here.
Yes.
It was classy Disney. I have been to some fancy weddings. This is, like, the fanciest, big brunch buffet. Brunch weddings, everybody? Brunch weddings. Brunch weddings.
Brunch
yes.
weddings.
Yes.
Let's do brunch every day, all day, for your wedding, funeral, brunch funeral. I want it all.
Absolutely. Brunch, yes, brunch funeral. Please, can I get a Hamburger Mary's drag brunch for my funeral? Please, and thank you.
Done. I'll make it happen depending on how things go. Let's not worry about that right now. But
suddenly it's dark.
But it's gonna be fantastic.
Funeral planning. We already know I'm going first, and with the lifestyle I lead.
I did have, we'll see. I got a bad family history, man. I did have the dark thought yesterday or the day before.
Of killing me?
No. Of like, who is going to be in charge of my nails when I die? Because that's important to me. Do I make press-ons for myself ahead of time? Do I like just make sure that I have a good manicure every day of my final days, whenever that is? I'm kind of worried about it. Like, I need to make sure that they look good. Well, they're going to be on display.
Not to get, again, too dark, but we're going down this route, and I want to stay on this route a little bit. I watch a lot of Ask a Mortician.
I love her.
You got to think about how you want to be buried. Personally, I want one of those natural, they put you in a sack in the ground.
Yes.
Do they want me wearing nail polish for that? Probably not.
Probably not. And that was the other thought I had. I was like, oh man, I need to find like a biodegradable. Heck, maybe I'll just like color with crayon on it. I just need color on my nails, you know, however it works out. I've got the Dust to Dust collection from Death Valley Nails. Maybe we could make that work.
Very appropriate. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think we'll figure it out. I'm hoping we have time to figure that out, and that also we are warned, but not in a creepy way. I don't know.
I hope we see this. We're like, gotta schedule that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll figure that out. Don't worry about it. I'll schedule it. I won't live forever. I promise. So it was amazing. It was incredible. I loved it. Mazel tov to the happy couple. Danny, how have you been?
I've been bad. I have some mystery illness, I called into the teledoc and tried to figure out what's going on. And luckily I am getting better now. But I think maybe it's just this school year has just gone on forever. The days seem to get longer and longer as we crawl towards the end. But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we're getting there slowly but surely.
You heard Danny in chat because we had a little movie night. It was very sad.
I do have a nice pathetic sick voice, and everyone gets really like, "Aw," and I do like that attention. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I enjoy listening to your pathetic sick voice. That was very cute.
Breaking news!
Breaking news, everybody! Breaking news! Cirque Colors has announced the colors for the 2023 Vice collection!
Woo! Yes!
Woo!
We've been waiting for this.
We have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm happy and sad.
Yeah? Tell me all about it.
I'm going to tell you all about my thoughts. I am happy and sad about this collection. So here's the thing. Is that there is one color that I wanted them to bring back so bad. I had been lobbying my friends to vote in their polls to bring it back. Go to the polls, everybody.
Yes.
Pokemon Go to the polls and vote for Cirque Munchies, please. Yeah. So for next year, that's please do, because I was planning if they sold it this year, I was going to buy 2 bottles because I am about halfway down my first bottle. Munchies is what was described as a neon cheddar yellow, and that's what it is. And that first Vice collection, that was the only one I ended up getting, but I knew I wanted it from the beginning. But I kept telling myself, Stephanie, do you really need a yellow? Yes. Yellow's not really your color. But it just called to me. It called to my soul. And then I got it. And when you hit Munchies with a black light, it is like you are shining the brightest normal flashlight on it. It just reflects back such an incredible, just its perfect own color, just bright and neon. A lot of times you hit something with black light and it's a totally different tone and you're like, that's not what I was going for. This one reflects perfectly. It shines in my mini fridge that has a black light in it for who knows why. It is everything. It is everything. And so I thought, because they did a little like teaser where they had pictures, I knew one of them was going to be Game Over. I knew it. Yes. Everyone knew it, and it did come back.
Which, Game Over, I'm excited about. This is one I'm missing. It's a true neon red. I want more warm-toned neons, so I was hoping for Munchies. I'm definitely excited about Game Over. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I actually thought that Game Over was kind of like a pinky red, and it's kind of funny that they're like a true red, because I do lean towards warm reds, and it made me realize how far I lean towards warm red. I'm just like, that's pink though. And they're like, actually it's not. And I'm like, well, this is a matter of opinion.
Yeah. And it does say true neon red, so maybe that is like, when you look at a neon sign, I guess it is a little more pinky looking. I'm not sure what they're trying to go for here, but I'm excited because it's a lot of warm tones in this upcoming collection.
Absolutely. And a lot of like kind of pastel tones, which we love a neon pastel. So no complaints here. Let's run down the list. Okay. And break down the colors and the descriptions and how we feel about them. So there is Klepto, which is described as a neon digital lavender, and that is a new shade.
Yes, and I don't know what they mean by digital lavender exactly, just to make it sound cool, but it's a lavender neon, which, so the Vice collection what I have, which I am missing quite a few of them, but it does seem to be divided into the more pastel neons and the more like true super bright neons. And I'm happy with both. I tend to use the bright ones more, but I think that if I get more of the pastels, then I'll use them more together. Because that's what's great about the Vice collection. Even though it comes out year after year, different colors, they still all go together because they're all super bright neons. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lavender.
Yeah, I wanted Narcisse to come back. And Narcisse, if I remember correctly, was also kind of a pastel lavender leaning purple. I thought this was for sure. I saw another teaser where they showed the outside of the boxes with a little circle that you could see into. Mm-hmm. And I saw this purple and I thought it was Narcisse. But Narcisse, it wasn't like, oh man, I just want Narcisse. It was like, I want a pastel neon purple. Thank you.
Thank you. We got it.
You did it. So yeah, I'm excited about Klepto. Shopaholic is a neon highlighter pink.
Yes! I'm excited. Yes.
Yes.
I am into pinks and yellows right now. I wore yellow nails to prom. And I loved them. Like, I just a plain yellow cream, and I was super into it. So yeah, neon pinks and yellows. I think that's going to be my color scheme this summer.
I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, it looks almost like a bubblegum pink to me.
Yeah.
The other pinks that I have from the Vice collection are Gossip and Socialite. And Socialite's a bit of like an orchid color. Socialite is an orchid, and Gossip is like a very deep, a little bit warm, I think. I can't really tell. It might be mid-tone, like, it's one of those colors. You ever have a color where you're just like, I have no idea what tone you are?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, you could be cool, you could be warm. Someone could tell me either way.
Yes.
And I'd be like, yeah, you're right.
No, really, it makes me want to go to one of those, you know, the big trend on TikTok right now of getting your colors done, where you're a winter or whatever. I almost want to like, yes, do my colors, but also, what is this nail polish that I have? Can you read its color? Because I don't know what it is, but it's pretty.
Yes. I desperately want that. I think I'm pretty good nowadays at telling like cool from warm tones, but I've been trying to figure out what tone my skin is, and it's difficult because they're like, look at your wrists. Is it blue or is it green? And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's blue-green. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
It's teal.
Yes. I'm almost certain I'm neutral or cool, but I honestly don't know. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this one. It just looks like such a nice, like, Barbie bubblegum.
Yes.
Like exactly what these other pinks have not been for me, and I have wanted them to be.
Yes. It is the Pepto-Bismol of my dreams. Like, it, you know, that really just in your face pink, and especially mixing that with the yellows, that's going to be my vibe this summer is pink and yellow.
Yes. I'm living for your vibe. I'm really looking forward to my Pepto Pink Neon.
Yes. All on our toes. Nothing says happy summer like pink toes.
You're right. And you should say it. Next up, we have Game Over, which is a true neon red. It's a re-release. The people on the Facebook group absolutely guessed this. And looking at the clues, I was like, yes, you are right. And I'm really excited about this one.
I am hopeful. It looks like it's going to shine under blacklight the way Pyro did, which is their orange from last year. That I got so many comments on every time I used Pyro in a manicure, because it really does look like the tips of my nails are on fire in a good way. Because it's just so bright. I'm hoping this red is going to be just as bright, because that's going to be really fun.
Pyro is right up there with Munchies for me. Pyro is so amazing. And I actually used to think that red was the warmest color, and I have since learned that that is wrong. That I've been wrong, and when I thought about it, I was like, of course I was wrong. Orange is actually the warmest color. So I had been doing Chroma Depth nails last year using reds for my pops, and I should have been using Pyro, which I knew shone brighter, but my brain kept saying, no, red is warmer. It's got to be red. Red hot, right? They don't say orange hot. Like, they say red. But no, because the closer you get to yellow or red from the blue and the greens, that's when you get warmer, and then you can have a cool red, you can have a cool yellow, but you don't really have a lot of cool oranges.
Right.
It's not really a thing that happens. You could have a more red orange or a more yellow orange. And that's because orange is the warmest.
Makes sense. Are you going to bring back Chroma Depth this summer with this new collection?
I'm hoping, I feel like such a failure. I did not look at the Glisten and Glow Tiki Time collection mani that I did that you should check out. You should go to glistenandglow.com and you should use code STEPH10 to order the Tiki Time collection. So yeah, I haven't taken a look at that through Chroma Depth glasses. I didn't do it when I had it on my hands because my brain turned off. But I do have the picture, and you can still see the Chroma Depth in the picture. And if you don't know what Chroma Depth is, because we started talking about it last year, it's a way to do 3D nail art with neon blacklight reactive colors. You can do it on your nails. You can do it on your walls. It's very popular in Halloween mazes as a way to make things pop. There was a Garfield ride at one theme park, which is how I learned about it, because Defunctland did an episode on this defunct Garfield ride that utilized Chroma Depth. So I love doing it on my nails, and it was like my whole summer last year was just doing Chroma Depth looks.
Yes, I loved it.
Thank you. The warm colors pop out, the cool tones kind of sink back a little bit. So I do hope to do more of that this summer. I've just got so much stuff on my mind, which we'll get into later, that it hasn't been a huge priority. Next up, we have one that I know a lot of people, at least in my Discord, are excited about. I have a feeling I'm gonna love it because I wasn't excited about Sky High last year, but then I loved it. Then I learned to love it. I learned to love all of these, but this one is Rumor Mill, which is a neon coral.
Yes, I sleep on coral a lot. You know what I mean? Like in this lineup, it's definitely the one I look at last because I'm like, oh yeah, a coral. But you know, in nail art, the more we get of those punchy, warm colors, the more we can do with them. And I'm excited about it because again, if they're using the same kind of warm pigments they used in Pyro, it makes sense for a red and an orange to be just as bright. So we'll see what Rumor Mill's got. I'll try to swatch it on its own just to give it a chance, and maybe I'll figure out what I want to do with it.
They do say that the camera doesn't really do the neons justice, and we know that as nail artists that they don't. So there's a chance we're going to get Rumor Mill, and it's just going to be like, blinded by the light.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what it looks like under black light.
Yes. That's going to be the true test.
Yeah. Because if it is this like mellow coral just flashed back at me, I'll be kind of impressed with that.
Yeah, that would be cool to see.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the one that kind of hurts the most.
Yeah.
But also I'm hopeful for. I'm hurt, but I'm hopeful. And that one is Hedonist. It is a true primary neon yellow. It is a re-release. And I've already talked about my love of munchies. Danny has it. Danny just dropped it, but she has it.
Yes, I'm kind of like making some comparisons because I am missing munchies. So I was really hoping that munchies would win and we'd get some munchies because I'm missing that one. But I do have Hedonist. I use it quite a bit because it is the only neon yellow I've got in this collection. Since then, I have acquired one other neon yellow from an Orly, but this one is it's that nice highlighter yellow, so I think it'll go really well with Shopaholic. And I'd call this a true primary neon yellow, just like they described. Like it doesn't seem to lean warm like munchies or cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what it's like under black light. And I'm excited to have it. I just really need another bottle of munchies.
Yeah. I really need my first bottle.
Yeah, I really need another bottle. So I'm excited to give this a try, but I'm not going to pretend it doesn't sting a little.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have munchies back. I'm hoping for next year. But if you have a bottle of munchies, let me know if it's for sale.
Call me.
Call me, but don't. Just message me on Instagram or something, or come to my stream or go on Discord, because that is something I don't know if I would call it desperately in search of, but I am kind of desperately in search of it.
Desperate enough.
That's good enough. I would pay a good price for it, not an exorbitant price, but I would buy your munchies at full price for sure. I want that one back so bad. So hedonist, I'm sorry you can't be her. I have so many neon yellows though. Oh my gosh. Like the only thing in my collection that might top my neon yellows is my neon pinks. And that's because I'm a pink hoarder.
Yes.
So
I need more pink.
Yes. Do you actually need more pinks or?
I really do. Especially, so I have, as you know, a large Holo Taco collection. They love their cool toned pinks. So I am really looking forward to some more warm toned pinks, because that's definitely something I'm lacking in my collection. I've got the purples, you know, I've got the cool pinks. I need some nice Barbie hot pinks in my collection.
I have a lot of warm tone pinks. I love warm tone pinks. If you go to Walmart, you can get Salon Perfect, and they have a very large neon line that is honestly very, very good. And I think they range like $1.50 to $3, something like that. Oh Snap is such an incredible warm pink.
That looks beautiful.
So good. Like the camera is
Yes.
absolutely not even at all letting you see the gorgeousness of this color. It is so gorgeous. It might be my favorite pink cream. I just don't use it very often because, like, I don't know. I feel like I should give other pinks a chance.
Yeah.
But it is so incredibly gorgeous, so I cannot recommend Oh Snap enough. I actually got it from one of Kelly's favorite videos, her, like, favorite pinks videos. And it was one of my first polishes that I bought for my collection to grow my nail art polishes. And it's so funny because, like, I'm obsessed with cool tone lights and like vaporwave kind of aesthetics, but like when it comes to nail polish, I so greatly prefer warm tones.
Yeah. I really enjoy them, especially for the summer, you know, especially for the summer. Like, cool tones, neons, I love for Halloween and doing those bright, fun looks like that. But for the summer, yeah, I just want to load up on warm tones. I'm excited.
Yes. I think it's because I run cold and I can't even watch lo-fi channels with rain on them sometimes because I'm just like, it looks very cold. All right. Moving on. The last one, cream, which already fits into Vice, but it's C.R.E.A.M. cream.
Cream. Acronym for something.
For something. And that one is a neon pastel lime green. Love to see it.
Yeah, it says it's a re-release, but I've never heard of this one, so I'm not sure when it was originally released. Looking at the picture, I'm not seeing lime, so I'm very curious to see what this one looks like in person. I'm seeing a little bit more, it just looks a little bit more pastel than lime, which, I mean, I guess makes sense. It does say it's a pastel lime, but I'm curious to see this one in person, because I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like.
This makes me think of a neon Kermie.
Yeah. It's a Kermit color.
If I have a Vice color, could it just be Kermie? Can Kermie be my Vice? Am I Miss Piggy?
Let me do it for you, Kermie.
So that is that collection. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm always looking forward to it. This lineup to me is so much more appealing than last year. Last year, I enjoyed everything I got from it, but looking at the lineup didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, it was definitely more about the individual shades last year.
Yeah, but this to me, I'm like, yes, I am in this. I am in this collection.
I could see a water marble. I could see some awesome fluid art. Like, yeah, this is a nice mix of colors together. And Vice collection, there's many reasons we love it, but it's also kind of like the mark of like the summer, beginning of summer manis. Like, it's time. This is our first big summer release, except for Orly, but they're always super early with the color pass. But yeah, it's summertime, baby.
It is. And I take comfort in the Vice collection because A, I take comfort in my Vices, and B, because even if no one else is doing neons, I know that there will be a fun neon collection. I do very briefly want to talk, though, about... I already did talk about the Glisten and Glow Tiki Time collection.
Yeah, you could talk a little bit more, though, because that's some great neons, too.
I want to throw out there just kind of one thing about that collection in the context of the Cirque collections. So one of the polishes that a lot of people, I think, really, really love from the Cirque Vice collection is Electric Daisy. I know they brought it back 2 years in a row, and it was a re-release when they brought it back. So it's been around a bunch of times. It is really, truly a yellow neon highlighter, but like the most highlightery because it's almost a little green.
Yes.
In its highlighteriness. And that's fantastic. But what I will say is that I have never been impressed by the formula. I've honestly never been impressed by the formula of Electric Daisy. It takes like 4 coats for me. I mean, a lot of things take like 4 coats for me, but maybe it shouldn't be this one.
Yeah, because it's like if I could maybe get an actual highlighter in 4 coats.
Yeah. But I got the Glisten and Glow Tiki Time, and I would say if you are looking at the Cirque Vice collection and the Tiki Time collection, and you can only get one, I cannot recommend that collection enough. And specifically, Pineapple Princess, not quite as green as Electric Daisy. It's a little bit more yellow, a little tiny bit more warm. But it is a very, very cool toned yellow. And oh my gosh, this was almost like a 2-coater. I think was it a 2-coater? It might have been a 2-coater. I'm not sure.
Which is insane for a yellow.
Yeah. And self-leveling, I find Electric Daisy to be really patchy. But this, not patchy at all. So honestly, if you're like, I really wish they had brought back Electric Daisy and they didn't, and you wish you'd gotten it, I really, really highly recommend getting Pineapple Princess. That entire collection, though, like Chef's Kiss, cannot find fault. And if you look at my pictures of the manicure I did with them on my Instagram, it was glowing so bright on my nail when I hit it with the black light that it was flooding my cuticles with light.
I love it.
Bigger bottles, lower price point. You get to, I think it's a lower price point, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check really quickly. I mean, it's gotta be, right? It's Glisten and Glow.
Oh yeah, speaking of Glisten and Glow, they are doing a mystery nail polish, only $3 right now, limit 25, and I might go for that limit.
Get 20. Wait, they're just $1?
$3.
$3. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe not the full 25, but like I wouldn't mind just getting some random Glisten and Glow, see what I get. She does guarantee that if you place it all in one order, they will not be dupes in there. So you will get different bottles depending on how much you get. But yeah.
That is so good to know. That is so good to know.
Definitely gonna be doing that.
Oh yeah. Definitely lower price point.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. So bigger bottles, lower price point. Honestly, I would say that the formula is better on the whole, perhaps comparable to some Cirques, but definitely for Electric Daisy, just get yourself some Pineapple Princess. Save yourself the trouble.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to oil our cutes, and then we will be right back. So stick around, please.
Stick around.
Pull up a seat. Stay a while. Hey everyone, it's Stephanie, and I have some exciting news. Two Lacquered Ladies now has its own merch featuring an adorable design by Veronica Draws, the same artist who made my very special mouse pad. Our new merch features Danny and I riding side by side in a multi-chrome motorcycle and sidecar, ready to go wherever it takes us to find the latest and greatest polish finds. This design is available as t-shirts, mugs, stickers, phone cases, almost anything you can imagine, so click the link in the description and check it out. Also, don't forget that Sunday, the 28th of May at 4 p.m. PST is Polish Pickup Bingo. Join us for wild times and mild prizes as we make bad shopping decisions together as a family. Stay lacquered. All right, we are back, them cutes. They be actually not hydrated. We didn't hydrate our cutes, did we?
I did.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, Danny did. Danny
I know
did.
I know what we're doing here.
I don't. I think that's obvious. That's been obvious from the beginning.
Yes, I used my, let's see, who's this by? Because I've been loving it. I got it from PPU 2 months ago, I think. Who made this? Oh, Northern Star. She makes these little 4-pack, like, cuticle roller sampler packs, and they're just delightful, and they're the perfect size, and I absolutely love them. So I highly recommend that.
I wish I could do stuff like that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they are all scented. I'm sorry.
No, it's not like I'm like, don't talk to me about it at all. I just feel so sad because I'm like, I want to do the fun thing too. That does sound convenient. That does sound nice. The nice thing is that I get a lot of scented cuticle oil from various subscription boxes and gifts and whatever, and I can just give them to my friends and be like, "Do you like this?" So that the regifting possibilities are where I take the lead, but I would rather just be able to smell things without dying. But speaking of PPU, it was
we were really hyped about this last month. It was junk food themed, which food themed, instant love for us, which it was so funny. We were pretty good about adding bingo squares. We forget to edit old bingo squares, and so we confused a lot of people when they were like, there's a food themed polish square. I'm like, well, that's a bonus free space this month.
Yeah,
got to take that one out.
Same thing happened with like movie themed.
Yes, on the movie quotes. We'll figure it out one of these days. But bingo was fabulous as always. Such a fun time. If you haven't been to one of our bingo nights, please join us for the next one. We do them once a month when PPU opens, and it's so much fun. But yeah, with junk food, I thought we'd get a lot more. I don't know what exactly I was expecting, but a little bit more like I was looking for more stories. I was looking for more, sidekicks for dinner energy from Crucible Designs, where she's like, I eat chicken rice for dinner and it's delicious. And I was like, oh, me too. But I don't know. It was kind of lacking.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that was lacking for me was the Prugly element.
Yes, this was a great chance for some Prugly.
Like, there wasn't enough. There was a lot of, like, I didn't want to make Cheetos, so I made, like, the Cheetos bag, which I realize I'm, like, calling out Jill's polish right now. That was Doritos. And the thing is that wasn't the first one that somebody came up to me, like, in the Discord, not up to me, but up to the Discord, which I was in, and was like, I'm excited about this one. But I was like, but it doesn't look like Doritos.
No, yeah, I want literal Dorito fingers, like.
Yes. You got one. I got one, though.
We did find one. Well, we found 2 gems in there. I'm getting 3 polishes, including my first Cleonda. The one I can... Cleonda. I can't say it, but I like the bottles.
The D is in the as it should be.
Cleona. There we go.
Not as it should be.
I've had my eye on this brand for a while. Hillary from Mediocre Mayonnaise loves them. And finally, I found one that I just, like, I really, really do want. And it's a saltwater watermelon taffy. So it's a green with a pink shimmer, which is delightful and cute, and I'm excited about it. But no, the one that has the story or lack thereof to tell is MTK Design.
We need context, please.
Yes, it's missing context. I've never had an MTK Design, so I'm very excited to try this one out. But it's called Wrap Your Junk. So
A+.
Excellent name. And then it just says inspired by newspaper wrapped purple potato chips and Cheetos with a winky face. And I don't know what she's talking about. That is all we're given. I don't understand.
I mean, first I gotta say, like, legend. Go Girl, Give Us Nothing. Perfection.
I have nothing to go. What is she talking about? Who's handing out purple potato chips and Cheetos in newspapers? Where are we? What time is it? What season is it? Like, I need to know, MTK Designs. Where did this come from? So the polish itself is also strange in a intriguing way. Mm-hmm. It's a slightly matte pale gray with purple and blue sparkles, but then it has like a gold iridescent flakes that glow in the dark. So yeah, it's an orange glow in the dark gray polish. I'm confused and excited. I cannot wait to get this on my nails.
I'm so excited. Like when Danny said she got it, I was like, because I had just been looking at it like, oh, I would never wear this. It's a no for me. But dang, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted.
I want to know what's going on with this polish, and I will tell you once I get my hands on it. And the pictures look great. The glow in the dark looks to be really bright, and it's just the contrast between this like kind of muted silver and this bright orange glow in the dark. It's so weird. I'm very excited.
I feel like whenever there's a really weird polish, it is the responsibility of someone in our community, and it's got to be someone, we don't know who, to get it so we remember how weird it was or the joke we made. And I got a shout out to Sunburnt Galaxy, who does not listen to the podcast but is a mod on my stream. She's always telling us we need to upload to Amazon Music, and we will. Okay, all right, maybe you'll be hearing this there next week.
To it.
We're going to get around to it. The point is that during movie quotes, there was one that was called Avatar from the movie Avatar. And we joked at the time that it's like, oh yeah, I remember that part in Avatar where they just like look right into the camera and say, Avatar.
Avatar.
Avatar. And she loved that and loved the polish as well. And so now she owns it and is always making jokes about it. So thank you so much, son, for never letting that leave our minds. I got You Read My Mind from Bluebird Lacquer, the red nail polish inspired by red nail polish. I have a themed idea. I should do it on Tuesday. I was going to do kittens inspired by kittens.
Oh, yes.
With red nail polish inspired by red nail polish. So I should do that tomorrow. Yes. So I've got that. And now Danny has Wrap Your Junk. So yes. As long as one person gets the nail polish that was the running gag, I feel like we've got our bases covered.
And then we both, I think, ended up getting the painted polish, if that's correct. And you weren't so excited about it. I was excited about it when I saw it, even though I've only tried In-N-Out once, and I've yet to try animal style anything. So that is on my to-do list, is to go get me some animal style. I guess fries, burger, everything, milkshake.
Gosh, I'm like, okay, well, quick tangent time about In-N-Out. So, In-N-Out, of course, is our burger chain in California. It has now expanded to a few other places. I think Danny has one in driving distance now.
I do.
Which, I mean, it makes me feel like,
like, what's the point?
Well, yeah, exactly.
My exclusivity.
Right, the exclusivity. Now we only have Hollywood and Disneyland. And everything else in California. The Orly Color Labs. And
every food blog set in LA, and you can only get it there.
Exactly. Anyway, though, so they're starting to expand. And the thing is I'm not actually the hugest In-N-Out fan. However, whenever I pick up somebody from the airport and they're visiting California, that's the first place we go, because it's a California staple. You go, it's not expensive. You have a nice meal. It's great. But anyway, there is a secret menu. You can buy a lot of different things on it. What I always get when I go there is animal style fries, which is fries with their burger toppings on it. And so the toppings are American cheese, Thousand Island dressing, and grilled onions. So that's what's on an animal style fry. And chef's kiss, delicious. I actually don't. So good. I'm so glad you like it, because Nikki kept being like, "Why is everything here covered in Thousand Island?" And I'm
because it's delicious, Nikki.
Yes, exactly. Just develop taste.
Anytime there's a secret sauce, it's Thousand Island dressing. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's animal style fries. There's an animal style burger where the burger is fried on the grill with mustard. And then they also grill the onions. You can ask for grilled onions regardless, but if you ask for animal style, they will grill your onions. And then they add, do they add ketchup? I don't know. I know they add pickles, which is not an unusual In-N-Out. And other than that, it's a normal In-N-Out, just like fried with mustard. They add pickles, grill the onions. And
pickle. Oh, that sounds so heavenly.
There you go.
I love it.
And then You can't get an animal style milkshake as far as I'm aware of. There are a lot of things you can do. There are double doubles, which are 2 burgers, 2 cheese. Those are on the menu, but you can get 3x3s, 4x4s. Those are double, triple, triples, quadruples. Yeah, you could get a 10x10. I've seen people do it.
Wow.
You could get a lot of things at In-N-Out. If you do want a special shake, you can order the Neapolitan shake. And that will be all the 3 shake flavors mixed up Neapolitan style. So vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. You can also get bigger shakes than they advertise. You can get a large shake, which is actually a medium drink, or you can get an extra large shake, which is in the large drink cup.
Yeah.
And then you will immediately die of sugar overload, but it'll be worth it. A few of the people who have come to visit me out here, so Mediocre Manny's, Hillary, and Nikki's Nails, they both got animal style because of their experiences out here. Danny got animal style for her future experiences out here.
Yes, I will let you know.
Yes.
I can't wait for my inaugural California trip to In-N-Out.
I can't wait to pick you up from the airport or wherever or something. And then go to In-N-Out and take you home and just be like, all right, Danny, sit down. We're watching the boy.
We're watching the boy.
We're watching the boy.
It's not a 2 Lacquered Ladies episode if the boy doesn't come up at least once.
We did fail at our joke at the end of 2 episodes ago that we said we wouldn't mention the boy even once. We mentioned it exactly once last episode. The perfect amount of times to mention it.
That is tradition.
It is tradition. So that's all you got?
That's all I got. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think we even described animal style. It's a yellow mustard crully with red metallic flakies. I think it captures the essence very nicely. And again, warm tones for summer. I'm very excited about it. It's super cute polish. It makes your fingers look tasty.
They do. Yes. Essence acquired. Essence captured. We will receive the essence soon.
Yeah.
So I bought 5 items this time. I bought stamping plate by Hit the Bottle, and it is vintage grunge 02, and looked good. I got it. I'm always looking for things to kind of like add what I have started to call visual noise to a manicure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times if you just stamp on like one image, it just kind of doesn't really do much for me. I want more design elements. So I like to use something that adds just a little bit of visual interest.
Background stamps. Yeah.
Yeah. Background stamps. So I got that for that. I got animal style. Yet again, Phoenix polish. They know me. They know what I want. They know where I live. They don't know who I am, but they will find me and they will kill me. They made cotton ice and oh my goodness, it is just this beautiful, like, it's like a shimmery, vibrant blue with these like neon hot pink, large hex glitters. And I as soon as I saw it, I knew it was for me. And Phoenix is just starting to be one of my favorite polish brands.
They make some really cool polish. This one reminds me of Rosewater from last month. Like if Rosewater was like the pastel version, this is the neon version of that same vibe. The shimmer with the big glitters and stuff. Oh, so cool.
It's so gorgeous. So I got that. I also got another one that, I mean, Danny Viana is killing it. Speaking of Rosewater, this is almost a version of Rosewater. They have started using these big flaky glitters.
Yeah.
That in Rosewater looked like rose petals. And here look like Fruity Pebbles because it is called Pebble Road and it's a Fruity Pebble topper.
It really does look like, it looks like wet Fruity Pebbles. And I know that sounds gross, but like it works. I did not like this one for just like what I would want in this polish, but I appreciate the experimentation and I think they nailed it. It looks like Fruity Pebbles.
This is a step in, gosh, it's going to sound so... This is a step in nail polish history. I'm hoping to see more of these around, kind of like when we saw the rise of the reflective glitter. More people doing similar things with similar shapes, but Danny Viana is just a chef's kiss of a nail brand. Mm-hmm. So even if it's only them, I think they're doing it great. I initially didn't like all of the kind of like filler glitter in it, and I still kind of wish they hadn't put it in there.
Yeah.
But it does really complete the look of like cereal and milk.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. It nails. That's the thing about Danny Viana is they can just take an inspo and just turn it into nail polish no matter what it is. It's crazy. So they nailed it on this one as usual.
They are always spot on. So great job. Snaps for Danny Viana. As always, even though I don't buy your polish, Danny Viana, it's always up there.
Yes.
It always is. Unless it's just a complete vibe I'm not into, in which case it's usually like, I see it.
Yes,
not me,
I
but
still
dang,
see it.
I still see it. And then I bought a stamping polish. This is the first time I bought a stamping polish.
Oh yeah?
From PPU. Yeah, I bought Hit the Bottle, Pun Intended, which is based off of, it's a dark charcoal, almost black gray polish.
Oh yeah.
And it's based off of like the charcoal bun trend in burgers, which I hate. And no one should do, because you won't get poisoned by the charcoal, but you'll get unpoisoned by the charcoal. If I'm the first one to tell you, there's a lot of medications that activated charcoal just loves to suck up. Because that's why it, quote, detoxes you, is because if someone is poisoned, they are fed activated charcoal to take it out of their system.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that the average everyday person needs that service.
No, if you are not literally poisoned, don't eat charcoal. You don't need it. You do need that medicine you took right before eating that burger. So please keep that in your system.
However, I saw it swatched on top of black, and I've been really realizing that I'm lacking grays, and I was like, you know what?
Because sometimes black is too dark. Sometimes black is too strong for a nail art look. So I'm very excited for you to get this color, because I have a few grays from Maniology that I use, and I don't know. You have to let me know if you like to Hit the Bottle. I have not tried their stamping polishes yet, so I'm excited to see what you think.
I haven't tried them, but I know that Nikki and Wendy, both incredibly talented nail artists, Wendidymus that is, they both love Hit the Bottle stamping polishes. They both swear by one in Vermilion, which is one of their reds. They're both like obsessed with that one. And the cool thing about the stamping products on PPU is that they usually continue to sell them on the individual websites. They're not locked in the same way that the regular polishes are. So this polish should still be available on Hit the Bottle if they decide to keep making it after PPU.
So speaking of Wendidymus, that is who our audience question is from today, and it's very appropriate talking about polish pickup. She asked, what will always make you buy a polish? For example, silly name, favorite color, etc. I think Polish Pickup Bingo is the best place to see our preferences on display.
Yes.
So for me personally, the name is always, the first place I start. No, I take that back. The color obviously is the first place I start. Like, is this a polish I will actually wear? And even if everything else about it is boring, if it's a good color and I'm missing it from my collection, well then there you go. But what will kind of convince me is always the name. It's like, what silly pun are they doing? I bought from Polished Gamers box for the first time this last round they did, because it was Star Wars themed. So there you go. And there was this one polish, I don't know if it was named anything else, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but it was called So Uncivilized. And I had to do it to him. I had to get my Ewan McGregor coat, my Obi-Wan, my absolute favorite Star Wars character in a little bottle of polish. There was another one, and I'm so sad I missed out on it, called Amidala. Absolutely gorgeous. And that one was really unique formula, which is the other thing I'm always looking for is, I've got lots of creams, and creams are great, but if I'm really like looking for a unique polish, I want to see what weird glitters they've thrown in there, what weird color combos. But yeah, I have definitely bought polishes purely for the name before. I can admit to that.
Yeah, so for me, like, a name definitely can get me to buy a polish. However, if the polish is not very clearly like linked to the name in a good thematic way, it's usually a hard sell, even if it's something I really love. And like, I do think it's fun. Like, Nikki likes to buy polishes. That's Nikki's Nails, of course. Likes to buy polishes just based on the name, and then use them as a background for whatever mani she's making inspired by that thing. And I do like that because I think it kind of like lets you get out of your comfort zone in the stuff that you want to buy. Like, I just went off of like the quotes and the vibes for movie quotes in PPU. And I bought a lot of polishes I would not have bought if I was just going off color alone. And I really liked a lot of those polishes. So I am glad that I did that. But generally, like, a name will get me halfway there, but then I need to like look at the polish and go, oh yeah. Yeah. And like, I can't think of one that embodies that more than Phoenix Polish Boy Toy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Boy Toy, love the name. Yes. Love the name. And then the fact that it was inspired by Ken. Love that. I'm a huge Barbie fan. And then when on the PPU Facebook group, they're not allowed to put the pictures if they're not taken by them onto the PPU site, but you can go on to like, I think it's Polish Pickup Pack on Facebook. When they posted it there, they posted it with the picture of Ryan Reynolds as Ken that they associated it with. And oh my gosh, like they had just completely embodied that photo. Completely embodied it. And I also loved it. I also loved the polish. It was something I would wear. It was absolutely a formula that I love using. So like that was totally perfect for me. But then sometimes people will release a polish and they'll be like, it's this themed. And then it's just not.
Yeah.
And I can't remember off the top of my head anything like that.
Okay, well, because it's forgettable, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I guess I'm mostly thinking about polish pickup with this question because there's some really gorgeous polishes on there, and even with clever names. But if it doesn't have like a story behind it, or in the case of Wrap Your Junk, I guess not enough of a story and there's a lot of mystery left over, then yeah, I can kind of lose interest because there's a lot of polish out there. But yeah, if the vibes are right, the name is right, the theme is right, how can we say no?
Yeah. And also the other thing that I think is not unique to us, but definitely a part of our community is that if there is a color that like everyone's really into, everyone's really hyped about, or especially one that we, like I said before, we have made a joke about.
Yes.
Like
potato salad polish.
The potato salad polish. Yes. MJ Lacquered Beyond the Moss. Like, I mean, that one just looks like potato salad. And it was not the theme, but.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Would I normally buy a polish that reminds me of potato salad? No. But when I laugh about it with my friends, I've got to. You know, you got to do it to them.
Yeah. You know, nail polish is art. Art should evoke an emotion. Yes. And when I look at my potato salad polish, well, first I go, oh, I still haven't done a mani with it. So that's one emotion I have. But the other emotion is like, oh my goodness, do you remember that time with Danny and everybody? We were losing it. It was so fun. So memories with my friends, you know, we're all getting into the same collection. I know polishes that I own that other people have bought because they've seen me buy them, you know, like Mountain Dew Mocktail.
I was about to say we did a little like it felt like
QVC.
Home shopping network for this polish that from Glisten and Glow. It's this neon green with black matte glitters in it called Mountain Dew Mocktail. So again, perfect name, fantastic capture of the theme. It looks like Mountain Dew. It
does. It literally looks like Mountain Dew.
It's so good. And we managed to get her to sell out on her website. There's more though. Don't worry. She's going to pour some more. But
yeah. There's more in a bottle that hasn't been poured. They went back in like the stock room and like unearthed.
Gotta like dig through it. Yeah, because it's a PPU polish from who knows how long ago. 2020.
It was like June 2020.
And we're still hyping it up and we're excited about it.
Yeah. You know, like you bought it. Danny bought it. She's the trendsetter.
I will take that title for this one because like, yeah, I saw that when I was going through the mystery grab bag, but it's not actually a mystery because she lists the names. And I just saw the name and I was like, what is that? I gotta check this out. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, that's funky. And then I posted it on Instagram and people were like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's Mountain Dew Mocktail.
Yeah, and we already had a few people buy it, Kadachi, some other people, and other people were thinking of buying it as well. And while we were sitting there, in bingo, we were talking about like, oh, we want more like Mountain Dew Mocktail. That would be a good junk food one. And people started asking about it, and then people were like, oh, that's been sitting in my cart for like ages. And then finally, Jill's in there and she's like, we have 6 more bottles. And they just started
the FOMO
going,
set it.
Yeah, and just live reaction. This many bottles. Okay, we're out. But there's more. We found more in a bottle in the back. So Jill, if you're listening, bring it back. Bring it back.
We got you.
Rewind.
We got customers.
Bring it back. But if it doesn't sell, then we didn't say that.
You can't blame us.
You can't blame us. No takesy backsies. Anyway. But yeah, so just having that moment with our friends, laughing about it, especially if it's also a really great polish. Yes. It's just nostalgic. And like Danny said also, that's mostly for PPU. PPU, I'll also buy things that I find utility for, things that are incredibly original, that I've never seen anywhere else. And then when we're talking about just like not PPU, basically not collab shops and stuff, then yeah, I'm usually looking for nail art polishes, things that I can use functionally with my collections. Yeah, so jellies.
Yes, jellies.
Creams.
For me, I have my brands that I'm very loyal to that I buy, except for Holo Taco. I do buy everything from Holo Taco. But everything else, I'm looking for utilitarian, like, oh, what Orleys do I need in my rainbow that I'm missing gaps and stuff. If I do buy like one-off polishes or anything like that, it'll usually be because there's some sort of connection to a person. So for example, I just bought my first Dawn Diva polishes. I'm trying out 2 because one of them is a collab with our friend Polished Bibliophile, Krista, on our stream. She was watching the live stream and had input, and the creator ended up loving it and put it on the website. And so it's a collab polish with Krista. And I was like,
that's
awesome.
So
cool.
Yeah.
So any Kelly Marissa collabs, I gotta do it
my
to
girl.
Yeah. Mediocre Manny's makes me get excited about especially food-based polishes. I ordered that Raising Cane's chicken sauce polish because of Mediocre Manny's, and I love it. So yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody I buy everything from.
Right.
As far as I'm aware. There might be, sometimes, I'll just, omit a huge section of, my life. I'll be like, I don't do that. And then I'm like, wait, you so do?
Do that every day.
Yeah, exactly. But, I'm always looking at Cirque's collections.
Yep.
I'm always looking at Orly's collections, and I do get the Color Pass. Danny and I get their main releases of the year.
Yes.
I am always looking at Holo Taco because I have to.
Yeah, you gotta look. That's how I feel about Mooncat lately. I gotta look. I haven't. Well, I take that back. I did buy some polishes because they just had a sale.
Yeah.
But they were all older polishes. The last couple collections, I think they're really pretty. They're just not me.
Yeah.
I always take a little look, see what they're up to.
When it comes to specialty polishes that are not on PPU, that can be a pretty tough sell for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, PPU is such a big part of our lives right now. Mm-hmm. And I want to save my money and, my space and my collection for things I find on PPU. And now I have so many specialty polishes that most of them that I want, I have a kind of a version of it that will pass. I just kind of avoid those nowadays and just kind of go straight to PPU. Mooncat hasn't come out with anything that I've been interested in a while. And I think that they're great brands, and if you love them, that's great. And if you have room in your collection for all their new stuff, that's great. If the 20% off sale is still running, you should get the Technicolor Dreams collection.
Yes.
Because I would buy that again and again.
You want some fun colors for summer looks? Technicolor Dreams. I love how big of a rainbow that is. You normally don't see rainbow collections with 11 polishes in them. So yeah. I always recommend Technicolor Dreams.
Yeah, when Mooncat gets it, they get it. For me, I haven't been in it for a while there.
Yeah, the latest collection, the prehistoric collection, absolutely love the theme, but they're matte polishes mostly, which I just don't do matte very much, especially because I have to use a top coat. But Wendy does have a good tip for that. So you said she paints her like base colors and then puts the top coat and then puts one more layer of the color so that it shows up matte.
I think that's Sun. I think that's Sunburnt Galaxy that does it.
My bad.
Yeah, Sunburnt Galaxy, if she's wearing a textured polish or something like that, a polish that's already matte. She has her own set of rules, so forgive me. I'm sure that I'm oversimplifying your very strict set of rules. But yeah, she'll do a layer of quick dry top coat, and then she'll do the color, the finish over the layer of top coat. And I think that's a really cool way to do it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. And maybe that may be the one way to convince me to try a matte finish polish, because otherwise I'm like, why? I'll just use a matte top coat.
Yeah, or be like me, where I will never use a matte top coat. Good day, sir. Oh, and the last thing is, if it's the right pink with the right blue.
Yes.
I'm there, baby. I'm getting a little more picky. But not that much more picky.
I kind of wish I had a signature polish like that, like pink with a blue shimmer. Stephanie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really, I mean, I love a black flaky, but that's a little too broad, I think.
That is a bit broad, but it definitely is very you.
Mm.
Anyway, I think this is enough for today. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to check out Danny and I on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. I am Fanatic here. She is Danny Shout. All of our links are in the description. Join us next time when we'll make our own animal-style milkshake. So that's chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mustard, pickles, Thousand Island, green onion.
Stay lacquered.